What is Wes Watson's cycle? If I were to be a betting man, he'd probably be on like 500 tests, like 500-ish EQ. I can see him running some trend. He's fucking a rage whore. I can see Halo with how much he just loses his fucking temper right away, so. Y'all motherfuckers ready for this shit? It is time to get back into the alpha zone. Cycle review time, Wes Watson style. All right, first up, we got AJ Frenny. Tony, what's up, man? 300 test, 300 mass, 300 EQ, 6 IUs of GH, 24 milligrams of Proviron, 500 micrograms of SLU daily. Now, that's a familiar cycle for some reason. It's almost like I designed it. No, I love that cycle. Honestly, you know I'm not a huge fan of Proviron, but he's trying to maintain fertility too. So that's the reason why that's in there. And then we're going to add HMG and HCG as needed when we get to the point where he needs to actually pump out some semen demons. So for now, he's trying to blast, just trying to keep a little bit going. And then when we needed to do our we'll do the do, you know. Love the structure. We got our DHT, we got our test, we got some EQ in there, a good amount of GH. We could turn the GH up a little bit, but he's having some water retention issues, so we're keeping it at 6 for right now. Awesome. 9 out of 10. Let's go. Ferris DB, 12 weeks, test, mast, Anavar, 600, 330 milligrams. Why the fuck we running a 12-week cycle in 2025, bro? That shit ain't even gonna kick in by the time you're like fully loaded. Nah, run that shit at least 16 weeks, probably 20 to 24 if we're being honest. And structure's good. I don't mind your dosages and all that, but if you're gonna run that shit, at least run that shit, dude. Either TRT, run it, or don't run anything at all. Let's be fucking honest. If you're gonna run it, yeah, might as well get the results. So, due to the duration, I'm giving you a 7, but I like everything else on there. It's me, Caesar. 750 test, 600 primo, 350 NPP, 6 IUs of GH. That's fine. That's totally, I'm gonna give that an 8. I got no complaints there. We got a little bit from each tree. NPPs on the lower end. That's fine by me. TK World 96. 80 milligrams of Tren. Of course, the Tren's listed first because we're all fucking fiends in here. 300 tests. 80 milligrams of mass P daily. Come on, bro. Like, I hate when motherfuckers do this shit. If you're gonna list them all daily, list them all daily. Don't list some weekly, some daily, some every other day. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and do all that fucking math. So fuck you, I'm not doing yours. Honestly, like, I'm tired of fucking doing that shit. You have daily stuff on there, you have every other day, you have weekly. I'm not doing all the math. The Aesthetic Saint. Dude, you send one in every single time, but whatever. 600 tests, 500 primo, 500 mass, 300 MPP. I get gyno easily. Well, then stop running MPP. The rest of it looks good though, so I really can't complain about the rest. He's 1 to 2 tests to DHT essentially. That's fine in case you are a heavy converter, so I'll give you an 8 out of 10 on that. Next up, D Roberts 19. D nice. 700 test, 350 mass, 350 primo, 100 milligrams of Anavar. You don't need, all right, 100 grams of Anavar is fucking incredible, by the way. You do that, you're gonna fucking die. You're gonna have a kidney stone. But way too much Anavar. Like if you got real Anavar, you're not having a good time. You are not having a good time. 50 to 75 milligrams of Anavar, it makes you cramp up like a mofo. I don't know what the hell you're doing. But besides that, it's good. So I'm gonna give you like a 7 out of 10. Anavar's way overkill. Cut that shit in like a quarter and you'll be good. Massey Vader. 500 test E, 400 primo, 5 milligrams of Retta, 4 IUGH. Yeah, looks good. GH is a little low, honestly. Where the Retta's at's fine. That's another 8. That's another 8. You guys are like giving me some really basic ass cycles this week, man. I don't got too much shit to complain about. We'll get to the Wes Watson one later. Like, I'm saving that towards the end. Calm the fuck down. I know you guys want to see that one. Let's get the standard ones out of the way. Make sure everybody gets answers except for the dumbasses that want me to do the fucking Pythagorean theorem and calculus to figure out what the fuck they're running daily or weekly. Just keep your measurements consistent. Freedom units only. You know the fucking drill. Stop fucking around.
You know the drill.
How to grow legs and back with bad knees and a bad back. All right, so this is something I answered already on Instagram, but I'll answer it here also. I've worked 10 years of physical therapy. That is my main thing. I now transition to fitness. I do fitness coaching online. That is my main thing now. Fitness and business coaching. We do some business coaching too, but I only take a few one-on-ones at a time, so you have to apply for that. That'll be down in the link down below. You can check my links. There'll be business and fitness coaching applications in there. If one applies to you and you are interested in that service, go ahead, fill that out. I'll see it and I'll be in contact with you. So Sean Jason, he wants to ask about how to grow your legs with If your knees and your back are bad. 99% of people, I have one patient I ever worked with in 10 years that had strong glutes to where we didn't have to work on their glutes. One. A lot of times back pain comes from glute weakness, and you see it time and time again in research. I don't know why it gets neglected. People want to sell these stupid ass like fucking
weekly multifundus and like all these fucking bullshit treatments.
When at the end of the day, you strengthen their glutes, get them moving better, and their back pain improves. It has the highest intra-rater reliability out of any studies that have been done. I'm totally going off mind here because I have not been in the clinic in a couple months, and that study I read was like 6 months ago. So it's saved on my work computer that is no longer mine.
Oh, okay.
All right. But what happens is people also kind of fucking half-ass their squatting and leg pressing. Like if you look around the gym, there's maybe 1% of people that go full range. Like they don't have their feet at the bottom of the leg press. They don't get full knee flexion. They don't get the full range of motion where you can go lighter on it, but still hit your quads a lot harder. Usually the quads are weak. People are overusing the weight and only doing like half reps and shit. So they feel a lot of compressive force in the knees. If you're able to get the full range and actually take the weight through that full range, you will feel it in your quads and not in your knee joints. I can't even put a fucking number on it. How many patients I had that came in that needed knee replacements. We literally stuck them on the knee extension machine every single session, progressively overloaded it, and by the end they're like, my knees don't hurt anymore. Like, well, no fucking shit. You know what your quads are? They're your shock absorbers. They're what stop your knees from buckling, and they are the biggest muscles in your fucking body. Yet people won't train them. They'll let them get weak. But my knees fucking hurt. Well, no fucking shit. Now, that's not always the case. I mean, sometimes there are soft tissue injuries, or they are just worn out. There's somebody who powerlifted the whole time. Over time, they just wore out the bones. But 90% of the people that I've seen in physical therapy and Gen Pop, they're just weak as shit.
Emotional, damn it.
They count going to the fucking mailbox as exercises, and you know that's not real exercise. That would be my advice. Most of the people in the gym likely overload the weight and don't get full range. Even some of my clients, I gotta fine tune their pendulum squats and hack squats. Be like, hey, take a plate off, get a little deeper, move your feet down, look at the angle of your femurs and your tibia when you're down at the bottom. They should be pretty close here. You shouldn't be at like a 90-degree angle. You should be closing that down and have like maybe 120, 130 degrees of knee flexion. All right, some of the ones on Instagram that I forgot to add to my list here, I'm gonna read them off my phone. Glasses are now off because of that. Sorry, all the swag kings. Glasses will remain off because I need to read shit on my phone here. So we have 500 test P, 300 Tren Ace, 10 weeks. That is a fucking dog shit cycle. Just throwing it out there. I mean, the compound choice is okay and dosing's okay, but why the fuck would you run Tren Ace and test P for only 10 weeks? You're literally injecting 8 milliliters. 8. For that small cycle. Like, what are we doing? If you want to inject that much and you just love spiking yourself up and down every fucking day, go ahead. But you can run longer esters that are just way higher without sitting there and injecting 8 milliliters for fucking 800 total milligrams of gear. That is crazy. So yeah, giving you a 4 out of 10 on that one, puppy. What is Wes Watson's cycle? I don't know. What is Wes Watson's cycle? Do you guys know? If I were to be a betting man, he'd probably be on like 500 tests, like 500-ish EQ, because he does have that reddish purplish hue. You kind of feel it deep down in your plums, you know? Anybody watches Eastbound and Down knows what I'm talking about there. But definitely, I can see him running some Tren. He's fucking a rage whore. I could see Halo with how much he just loses his fucking temper right away. So why don't we say 500 test, 500 EQ, 500 Tren? Because I mean, I would say he'd be conservative, but he doesn't seem like a dude that'd be conservative. He probably just fills up the whole fucking syringe every time he goes in there and goes for it. He's not the smartest, not the brightest tool in the shed. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just rails a whole 3 mLs of it at once, to be honest. And probably 20 milligrams of Halo. There you go. Then again, is he smart enough to source Halo? I'm not sure. I mean, supposedly he's a world-class criminal that never did anything he said he did in any of his YouTube videos. So who the fuck knows at this point? But now that we got the phone done, we got those early cycles out of the way. Let's go back to the cheat sheets. Running 19 NOR for the first time. Starting doses, protocols, precautions, and ancillaries. Just baby dose it, baby. Starting doses, I would start like 150 or so. See how you feel. Protocols, you just gotta baby it up and see how you do. See if you get limp dick. See if your fucking brain gets fucked up. Precautions, don't be using Caber and shit for no reason. Use P5P. Control your prolactin. That's a smart way to do it. It's way cheaper and it doesn't fuck your brain up. So that's a good way to go about it. Ancillaries, maybe have some telomethasartan on hand in case your blood pressure's high. It's not like it's that much different than running normal gear. It's just as you scale up in dosage with 19 NORs, then it starts to get a little fucky with how it stacks into other drugs and what's causing the side effect versus what's not. Because a lot of times stuff I see with nandrolone mimics high estrogen, but your estrogen can be fucking crushed and nandrolone's causing the issue. So you really need your blood work more often on 19 NORs so you can troubleshoot easier to know what's actually causing the problem. It's just, there's more hypotheticals there that you can't dial in unless you get the blood work to really know what's causing it. Because otherwise you're just shooting blanks, pissing in the dark, and just kind of jerking off, fucking hoping that you just blow your load in the right place. Andre Rosso, you're next. Test, oh Jesus Christ, test 300 milligrams for 6 weeks, 400 milligrams for 4 weeks, 500. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Okay, this is even dumber than the other one. Oh my God. Do I even want to pull up his profile? I need to pull up his profile. Hold on. Of course, fucking 2 posts and he's private. I can't see. What are we doing here? Like, what is the thought process on any of this? So we ran test 300 for 6 weeks, then we went up to 400 for 6 weeks, then 500 for 4 weeks. Then last 8 weeks we dropped test and only using 300 milligrams of tren and 50 milligrams of D-bol. That is possibly the worst cycle I've ever seen on this besides the Tony Huge one. That is really the R word I can't say without getting in trouble.
He was a retard.
So we just moved our test all over the place, dropped it, added tren and D-bol. Like, what are we accomplishing with that besides fucking ourselves up? I need to see what people think about that one in the comments below because I don't have actual words. I don't have a good adjective for how stupid this is without getting myself in trouble. Like, I have some words I could say, but YouTube and I'm already in deep shit in Instagram, so I'm not fucking saying it. Let me know in the comments down below. You guys can say it, I can't. Big Kev Fit, Florida. 750 test, 400 mass, 250 tren. I don't mind that cycle at all, actually. And you're keeping the tren low. Like, if you want it in there, makes sense. Mass is great. It does what it's supposed to do. I tend to like Primo a little bit better, but Mass D, if you can find Mass D right now, all the power to you. Mass D is hard to get. Mass P is still everywhere, but Mass E is a little hard to find the raws for at this point. Yeah, man, that's 9 out of 10. I like that cycle. Pablo Rigimimi. Dude, I don't ever understand why people put test. Like, it's test. It's testosterone. I see so many people put test, and like people in person. We had a buddy at the gym that says test. It's fucking testosterone, not Tessie, you know, like the fucking song. All right, so test and 2 C's with Deca. Jesus Christ, people can't fucking spell. All right, so 200 test, 200 Deca, 100 Primo. It's baby cycle. I'd like to see higher test and higher Primo there than Deca, but I mean, if you're broke as fuck and that's all you can run and that's what makes you feel good, then go for it. 6 out of 10. But that about wraps it up for this week, guys. That was a pretty good round overall. There was a lot of smarter cycles. I can tell people are actually listening to what I say now because I don't have as many stupid ass cycles. Now, Andre's, I got words for. I can't say him on here, but I got fucking words for it. But if you like this video, go ahead, check out my last one. I also did some cycle reviews on that one. 2 videos ago was my podcast with Big Paul. A lot of good information there. But if that also interests you, I have one coming out, a special one, coming out in a week or 2 here. Did another podcast with a guy who's worked with high-level UFC athletes. So that'll be kind of a cool one to check out. But if you're interested in my fitness and business coaching, that is down in the links below. Go ahead, check that out. We have some high-level shit in there for you to check out. I now have access to a TRT clinic too as part of my coaching service. So I can get you in, get your blood work covered, get you connected with doctors on the back end, and we can prescribe TRT as part of a medical program. Also alongside my normal coach, which is awesome. It's internal. It is only for my high-end clients only. So go ahead, check that out. Super cool. See you in the next one.